We got a busy day ahead. We're gonna move the goats today, and if I have time, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out this area with Uber as well. We're gonna start by taking the fence from right there where the gate is loose all the way to this pole right here, and then we're gonna run it down that way. The goal is to try to get it to go to this little clearing right here and then cut a lane back there. I want to leave some of the growth right here at the road just for privacy reasons. My neighbor does use that road to access his cows and stuff a couple of times throughout the year, just to be able to give a little privacy to the main area over here. And then I'm going to come in here with Uber. I'm going to push all of these trees back, try to open up a lane right here and kind of catch it and get this whole area right here fenced off. A whole lot of green vegetation for them. Should only take them about 2 or 3 weeks to knock it down to where it looks like this, and I can come in and just start pushing stuff over and leveling out. The goats have done a good job, but before I go on my fishing trip here tomorrow, I'd like to get them moved. That way they got some good green vegetation while I'm gone. Let's go ahead and fire Uber up and get this thing started. Come on. Alright guys, we got a nice little path cut through here. I need to do a little bit of lopping right here. I also got weed eater that has the brush head on it to be able to clean up some of these other areas. My plan is to try to lop this off right here and then try to take the fence right through this area right here or right there, depending on how much fence is left once I get down to this area, to be able to make it reconnect around this part right here. But I'm trying to leave as much of the greenery as I can for the goats, and then I will take the brush head and get all of these vines and stuff right here and then push them into the area where the goats are going to be. But first I got to go get some mixed gas because I don't have no mixed gas, and I think Mike's already got some mixed up.
Snuck up on me there.
I see you got my tractor running.
I did. I used a gift that McKevin sent to you and it jumped it right off. Nice. But I'm sure it does need a new battery.
Yeah, getting a little work in.
Coming off?
you know, for all the people that say I don't do nothing for Mike, that looks like my tractor.
It might be your tractor.
Speaking of doing, do you have any mixed gas?
I do have some gas.
Because we're cutting lanes for the goats. We've already got the lanes cut, just now I got to clean them up.
Okay. Yeah. Follow me.
All right. Do you want to play date? Do you want to play date? I'm gonna let Eclipse run down here whenever I take her out the goat pen. I'm sure as soon as I open up that gate, she's gone. But they haven't had a play date in a couple of weeks, so I think I'm gonna have them. I think I'm gonna let them have a play date today. The question is where. Where is it, Odin? Where is it, Odin? Oh, that's the tiniest of tiny cans. Are we sure it's mixed? Yep.
I keep it in that tiny one so that I can mix exactly 1 gallon at a time, because I know how much 1 gallon of gas per will.
Don't need no mixed gas spilling in the back of the hoop ride.
What you think about the driveway right here?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Lyft does a great job with that box blade on there.
You can see I've been pulling dirt from over here off the little hill rise and pulling it in.
Yeah.
I about got this part filled in a little bit right here, and I'm trying to fill this in as we go.
This is going to save you a lot of shell right here by doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the squirrel down there playing.
I had a deer run across right in front of me just a couple days ago. A doe and then a fawn right behind it, right on the middle of the road. So we got deer on the landing.
Nice. Well, it's good to see Lyft being used again. I used it last week for the deer flight. So it's good that you're going to go ahead and do this. We actually, once we get your shed situated, we need to spend a couple more days on our road before rainy season.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's getting a little bit worse.
Yep.
So we'll be breaking out Uber and Lyft for that, probably I'd say in about a month and a half, somewhere around there. Probably closer to the end of November, I would say, because
maybe right when I get back from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Or right before I leave, maybe.
Probably right when you get back and right before I leave for Christmas.
Oh, good point.
Yep.
Good point.
So, but rainy season is going to be coming here soon, so we definitely need to do a little bit of work on there. But it's nice having the equipment, ain't it?
Thank you.
It is nice having 2 tractors on the scene. It works out just like today. He's down here working on his road and I'm over there cutting lanes with Uber. So it's nice to have a little bit of equipment on the mountain. Definitely is a game changer for sure. It speeds things up quite a bit. Doing this road by hand would have took forever and ever, amen.
Yep.
And cutting that lane for the fence would take forever and ever, amen. So I love the hydraulics. Come on. All right, guys, we got to get back on the mountain and get these goats moved. Be on the lookout for a husky running wide open in about 10 minutes.
Wide open.
All right, I got a pretty good path all weed eated down and lopped down. So now the real question is when I open this gate, will Eclipse run off and go down to see Drifting Dreamers dogs, or will she hang out in the yard a little bit? We'll find out here in a minute. I'm gonna move their house into this little area right here. Just kind of bring it and tuck it into there, and then we'll start moving the fence. Eclipse, come here. Come here, girl. Come here. Hey, come here. Eclipse. Eclipse, come here. Come here. Eclipse. 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 And just like always, she's gone. And that is why she's in the goat pen, guys. Right there. Because she used to listen. Ever since the other dogs came to the mountain, she don't listen at all. Y'all ready for some groceries? All right, let's get their shelter moved. Well, that worked out pretty good. Got it moved. I tied the corners, old shirt there and the rope there, up against the wire just to make sure it didn't pull apart, and then I hooked it right there. Looks like I lost one staple right there, but that's not too bad. Eventually I'm gonna end up putting some pad eyes on there and actually some skids, but for right now it'll work. Alright, I got the first section done. Now I'm going to gather up the rest of that section right there and start running it the other direction. And then I'll take apart this last section right here and see what's going to be my best way to actually weave that in there. I know having the bigger hammer right there definitely helps out a lot. Whew, it is rough on my tennis elbow though. But I do have my brace on up underneath here. Look at the goats over there trying to steal their hay. All of this that y'all got out here to eat, and you want to go over there to the hay. All right, let's get all this disconnected and keep on moving. All right guys, I'm sorry, I had my hands full, I couldn't move the camera. Look how close I guessed it. Literally about 2 or 3 feet. I think if I come right there off of that one right there and close the gap just a little bit right here, it's going to end up perfect. I got it all the way around. That backside I need to go ahead and bang in a little bit. I have my hands full. This is definitely a lot easier with 2 people, but going through the brush with 1 person fighting vines and trees and everything else is definitely a pain in the booyakaka. But I got it. I didn't let it whoop me. Let's see if we can move just that pole, that pole, that pole, that pole, and this pole, and see if we can close that little 2-foot gap right there. Don't get no better than that. Getting some nice fresh water. Got the ground rod pounded in. Almost ready to wrangle some goats. Speaking of goats, they're starting to work their way this way. They're like, where did my house go? Chanel. Come on. Chanel. There they go. One. Got them. They love the pellets. Well, I think this right here will keep them happy for a couple of weeks. And it'll make me happy that they get it all cleared out. I don't think I'm going to have time today to get this section right here cleared with Uber. I might go ahead and wait for about 2 weeks until they get this cleared, and then I'll clear this whole side with Uber when I move them over here. Thinking that's going to be the better option, because I still got a lot more to do today to get ready for this trip. All right guys, made it back to the cabin. It rode a little bit better. I've already fed the goats and watered them. Clip's still down there playing. Mike's gonna come up here. He's got to grab a couple of things that he left up here. He's gonna bring Eclipse back, so we'll get her in the pen with the goats when she gets back. Go ahead and feed the kitties. There you go, guys. You're gonna eat in a minute. You're gonna eat in a minute. All right, now I need to get loaded up for tomorrow for the fishing trip and get the back of my truck unloaded. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. That way I got room for everybody's stuff, because I got 4 people riding with me tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello.
I just brought Eclipse home from her doggy date, hanging out with the boys.
Put her in the pen?
Yeah, I just put her in a pen.
What did you think about the goat pen?
Impressive. It was time for her to move, and man, I tell you what, it laid down right nicely in there.
Yeah, I can't believe that I guessed it perfectly.
Right?
It's only 200 foot of fence, so I got to get a longer fence. It's just, I'm gonna have to move them like every 2 weeks, and it's a lot of work. It takes hours.
Yeah, hours.
Hours to do that, and I would rather just do it, you know, take a day and just do a big section, and then
Right.
make it stay for like a month or two.
I was just thinking maybe a month and a half or so.
That'd be so much better. But I'll tell you what, man, now that the fence is going right there, they cleared the heck out of
Yeah,
that.
it is smashed up.
When we get back from this fishing trip, I'm gonna, right there where the septic tank is, I'm gonna go ahead, now that it's all settled, I'm gonna go ahead and level that out real good, level out that whole section, and then I'm gonna take all of the small pines down and just leave that one big one.
Okay, nice.
And clean that area up, and then, but I'm not gonna do that until I move the goats again. That way I can just go all the way to the road, because when the goats move next, they're gonna move to the other side of the driveway. So then I can go all the way to the end of the driveway, clean up that whole section, and they can start coming back this way, cleaning up this section.
Nice.
That's the goal. Hi, Steve. Alright guys, I got all the dry food that don't need to be cold in the cooler. Got it all cleared out here. We'll tighten it up a little bit when I see how much stuff everybody else has. Got all the stuff out of the back seat for everybody to ride. And got everything out the front as well, except for a couple of glasses and a little paperwork. There's no point in trying to sweep or vacuum. Not with 4 guys going on a fishing trip. But I am ready for in the morning. All I got to do is get my cold stuff together in the morning. I got all that in the refrigerator right now. Grab a pillow and pack a little bit of clothes and stuff tonight. And I'll be ready to go. Once I get that packed tonight, I'll go ahead and get it loaded up. That way all of my stuff is done. I also went ahead and finished getting the rest of the stuff up back here. It looks so much better back here, guys. So much better. Still got a ton of dishes to wash. A lot of them's probably going to get thrown away. But I'm going to go through, wash them, and get the ones that I can saved. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and get some Rubbermaid things that I can seal real good. So once I wash them, I can keep them sealed. So all the dirt and dust and stuff from outside doesn't make it to where I got to wash dishes every time I want to cook. But it's definitely looking better around here. I do got a ton of boxes that I need to burn or take down to the dumpster whenever the dumpster gets empty. We put all that drywall in there. If you see my last video, drifter down. Mike took a bad spill. About 4 or 5 foot up in the air. Could have been bad. But that made it where the dumpster is completely full right now. I'm gonna have to wait until that gets emptied out. Let's walk over here and check on the goats, see how they're doing, see how Eclipse likes the new spot. They definitely did a number on that. I wish they would have got some of those briars. That would have been great. What do you think about it, Icy? You like it? Yeah, you like it? What about it, Chanel? Your belly looks mighty full. You like it, Eclipse? Huh? Looks like you've already been in the water. Y'all got full bellies? Chief, you got old pot belly over there, buddy. Well, it was definitely a busy, productive day, guys. I got the goats moved, got them situated, finished cleaning up around here, ready for my parents to come, ready for the fishing trip, and got the tires rotated and balanced on my truck. Whew, quite a bit for one day. And got packed up. Now all I got left to do is go ahead and get the tiny house straightened up just a little bit. Don't really have a lot to do in there. And edit this video for you guys so y'all got something to watch while I'm out of town fishing this weekend. But good times, guys. But I love every single one of y'all. And as always, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure.